everyone, and welcome to Flemington in Melbourne, the home of the biggest event on the Australian racing calendar around the world. From Dubai to Tokyo, from New York to London, over 400 million people are counting down to our great race, the Melbourne Cup. The day on the Australian sporting calendar, the 1996 Melbourne Cup. Open Cup, Pete and Tim.
Yes, Tim, well, that was the scene from up above as they jumped away, and what a magnificent scene it was. And I don't think, Jen, that I've heard a roar like that from the crowd when they jumped.
It was very, very loud, wasn't it, Pete? But you can see the leader, Gray Shot, the overseas horse. He goes out to the front. He does make the pace in this race. And you can see Darren Beedman just tucked away on the inside on Stately. What a superb ride it was from him.
Now, that's Fewer Chosen going forward in the dark colours on the outside. Gray Shot has taken the upper hand. It's nothing like a Dane on the inside. In third placing, Melbourne punters have been critical of Shane Dye's riding in big races over the years, in various races. They could not criticise this. He rode this horse perfectly.
He did ride him perfectly. In fact, he looked at major chances they came around the turn into the straight, but he just couldn't go on with it. And of course, Doremus, last year's winner, well back, third last in the field there in those pink and blue colours. Okay,
so that's Fewer Chosen outside the leader, Gray Shot. Nothing like a Dane's on the inside. In fourth placing is Court of Honour. Now, he raced up a bit handier than we expected. The bolter is Sedico, the grey horse. And look at Saintly, as Jen said, Darren Beedman has just popped him in and popped him to sleep, and that was the key to him running 2 miles.
Was it ever? And keep an eye on him, because it really is a superb ride. Now, I know Damien Oliver did get into a little bit of strife on Doremus when the favourite, Oscar Schindler, did just get a bit of a check, and Doremus caught the end of that. He did lose a few lengths in the running.
What about the pace here as they go to the 1800, Jen? It looks to be steady, not quick.
It does look to be quite steady, in fact, Pete. And Gray Shot's just going along at his own leisure there, and nothing like a Dane, just tucked in nicely behind. A beautiful ride there by Shane Dye.
So that's Saintly fifth on the rail as we look from up above, and you can see Gray Shot rolling along from Fewer Chosen. Nothing like a Dane box leading, and Saintly just behind him, and Darren Beedman lolling along. It was at this stage that Damien got back on Doremus and did get a bit of a check, and he was back probably with about 4 behind him. Now that's Super Slew, that's Saintly on the inside, that's Court of Honour on the outside of him, Sedico, Count Shivers, Alcove in the stripes, then Istedad on the outside of the Bandit Circles of Gold. Now Oscar Schindler, let's have a look for him. He's back in the field at the moment, just in the left of screen. He's got the nose roll on, and he's only got about 4 or 5 behind him, and Senator is on the rail in the white colours up in front of him.
Now we're talking about the beautiful ride of the winner. What about Count Shivers? Hasn't Stephen King got him beautifully positioned on the rail about 3 or 4 back?
Now this is where they start to make their moves in the Melbourne Cup, and I spoke to Damien Oliver after the race, and he said just here, when the sprint was on, that Doremus just got left behind, and you can see he's still a long way back in the pink and blue. They're down near the turn here. Really the acid test is on, and look at the run that RS Dye gets on Nothing Like a Dane to come out after Gray Shot. Now the eventual winner, Saintly, is pulled to the outside in the yellow colours.
Yes, and here he comes. He was absolutely cruising here. Look at him. Darren Beedman hasn't touched him. All the other jockeys are pulling the stick, and Darren is just pushing his horse hand in the heels, and doesn't he perform?
Oscar Schindler is giving ground. Skybone's gone past him on the outside. Sedico's up in front of them. Senator starts flashing home the New Zealander, but Saintly, he could have gone around again. He clears away.
And Skybo getting home late. He runs into the third spot there. That was a good ride as well. But Count Shivers also, Stephen King, a fabulous effort. He did his very best there. It was a good, solid performance in the Melbourne Cup.
Jennifer, when you've got the combination of what is obviously a great horse, a great trainer, there's been none greater in Melbourne Cups, and a great jockey who rode yet another perfect race, it's pretty hard to beat.
Oh, that is extremely hard to beat. And when he came around the turn, Pete, there was just nothing going to beat him. He was just travelling so well. And seeing him in the mounting yard here after the race, he wouldn't have blown out a candle. It's a great effort.
Right, these runners are in the mounting yard, so we'll go through them very quickly for the next race, the Pivot Superfect Sprint over 1,200 metres. And first of all, Jen, Lord Matthew, number 3.
Well, he didn't appear to handle Caulfield all that well, so he wasn't knocked about on that occasion. I would only give him a place chance in this. He's got plenty of weight.
Prince Marauding is number 5, and he's drawn on the outside of the track.
Yes, and came down the outside. I think the outside will be a terrific spot for Prince Marauding. It was a good effort on at Flemington on Saturday, and also at Caulfield the start before that. He's a definite chance.
Eddie Casser, the rider there. 7 Alpina to be ridden by Simon Marshall for John Maher.
He couldn't get a run at Geelong in the straight, and when he did, he just found nothing. So it was a little bit disappointing. He's fitter now. He is a straight track winner, and he can improve.
Well, Brent Stanley couldn't make it the Caulfield Melbourne Cup double, but he'll be looking for some consolation with French Halo in race 8.
No luck at Geelong at all when he was unable to get a run. The start before that, he needed to be hard up against the outside rail, which he wasn't. He's well drawn here in barrier 24. He'll come down the outside, and I think he'll give a great sight.
Interesting runner is the Freedman horse, number 13, Chesham, to be ridden by Greg Hall, and it too will come down the outside.
Well, this horse has won first up before, and he's first up here again today. His fresh form is fine, so I would leave him there with a place chance in this race.
Then we go down to number 18, Hong Kong Star, to be ridden by Craig Williams. I was particularly impressed. It seemed to have a lot in hand when it won at Caulfield, Jen.
Well, yes, in a lot easier race, though,
Yes.
Pete. It's a lot tougher here today for Hong Kong Star. At best, I'd give him a place chance in this.
Okay, and Zarovic, number 21, is also amongst the chances here to be ridden by Gary Skinner, another one drawn wide.
Yes, another horse that is first up here, Pete, and he's got a very good record first up. Drawn very well in barrier 22, and I've given him a good chance in the race.
What's your top 3, Jen?
Well, my top 3, I'm going with Prince Marauding, number 5, from 12, French Halo, and number 21, Zarovic.
Each way, Hong Kong Star might run a cheeky race for you. They're on their way to the stalls for the Pivot Superfect Sprint as the excitement just subsides a little bit, but we've still got 2 races to go at Flemington on Melbourne Cup Day. We'll be back with the 8th after this. Well, he might have just won the Melbourne Cup, but it's business as usual for Darren Beedman. He's going up to the start on the Rand here in race 8, the Pivot Superfect Sprint. Run over the 1,200-metre course, the straight 1,200-metre course, and one would think that they will be coming down the outside again. There doesn't appear to be quite as much as there was on Saturday between the inside and outside, but most of them will be making a beeline for the outside of the track. As I mentioned, the straight 1,200-metre course here. And shortly they'll be loaded into the gates. The scratchings here, 1, 2, 4, 8, 9, 11, 22 and 24. And so 8 scratchings, and we have a field of 16.
Michael Iskander was one, did $500,000 at the Fall of the Card on Saintly, but they got plenty from Oscar Schindler. In this race, the best back runner is Alpina, and there's one down the bottom, Zarovic, 15 to 1 on the tote, much shorter in the ring.
It's a straight run. You follow the red line to the far left, and you keep following it until the far right. And that's the straight course that they have to run. French Halo goes up. And they're locked away now for the Pivot Superfect Sprint. They're racing. Caught them at a fairly good line too, and all bar one are going to come down the grandstand side of the track. Stately Bay is going to do it on his lonesome. Now down to the 1,050, French Halo, Zarovic, Prince Marauding shows speed from Chesham in square. Cutting across was Ranch Bird, Akibono just behind it. Lunchtime Special, the Rand was up there as well from Star Status. And they were followed by Hong Kong Star as they run up towards the 800. And Stately Bay is all by himself on the flat side. The leaders as they work up towards the crossing now, a Lunchtime Special with Louder Mio also up there. French Halo hard up against the outside rail from Zarovic and then Chesham. Alpina close handy to them from the Rand. The furthest in would be Star Status. Akibono handy from My Bodyguard in square. Prince Marauding and Lord Matthew as they come down to the 500. Stately Bay is starting to veer out on the flat side of the track. Down the grandstand side, French Halo being grabbed by Akibono. Alpina, Hong Kong Star, and further out on the circuit, Zarovic. It's Akibono now tackled by Zarovic and also Alpina. Zarovic and Alpina with Akibono in the centre with Hong Kong Star. Zarovic in front, coming at it. Lord Matthew's flying late. Lord Matthew and Zarovic have hit it locked together. From Prince Marauding close up in a photo with Akibono. Hong Kong Star and then Chesham. Just behind there was Alpina, couldn't finish it off from Louder Mio. In square next, and then My Bodyguard Lunchtime Special. Stately Bay tried very hard over on the inside. Further back then to French Halo with Star Status and the Rand pulling up towards the tail. But we have a very tight finish on our hands.
Oh, beautiful ride by Danny Bratton here, Dan. He was back he waited and waited for the run, like you can get on that outside of that course, and he came through. First of all, it looked like Zarevic was going to win, but Lord Matthew just had that last run at him and got right over the top of him.
There was a heap of chances, Gary, at about the 200-metre mark. Any one of about 6 or 7 looked as if it would have won the race.
It was a great finish, and but I said these two horses that came right hard up against the outside rail, they're the two that have got home again. It was unusual to see Stately Bay, the only one going up the inside all by himself. But here they are. Here's the arrow on Lord Matthew. The one just in front of him is Zarevic in the blue. But as we roll this, you can see Zarevic goes to the front here in the blue and the blue blinkers. But Lord Matthew right hard up against the outside rail. Danny Brereton's picked the right spot to come down, and that's what gets him home. It's just that little bit firmer there. And there he goes, right bang, gotcha, right on the line.
Yeah, it's only a very narrow margin, we can assure you of that. Prince Marauding went on pretty well to finish in the 4th spot. Stately Bay tried the impossible. Hong Kong Star was a nice run at a bit of value, finishing 5th. Yeah. So the numbers are 3, 21 and 15.
It was bad luck for Midgie Denham because he trained Zarevic and he won the Cup a long time ago.
On Baghdad Note, of course.
Note, yes, it would have been lovely for him to get a winner here with Zarevic. But it wasn't to be. All the honours went to Danny Brereton and Colin Little. But he went. Here's a great hit on, like the above the camera up above here. You can see Lord Matthew right on the rails, and that's the firmest part of the Flemington track. Just incredible. He hasn't shifted 1 inch off that fence. And you can see Zarevic in the blue. He's just got away from the fence and left that run for Lord Matthew. And home he's gone.
Isn't it a super shot? Dan Brereton, the winning rider. He rode Lord Matthew to victory in the Pivot Superfect Sprint, and he's with John Letts.
Danny, you dropped out a little bit early and then come down, got right to the outside rail.
Yeah, well, he drew, he was going to barrier 3. Colin Little didn't want to run the horse because, not when you get inside, but as we spoke about, he missed the start of it anyway, and we thought we'd just go back and go straight across and ride the outside rail and ride him for luck,
Yeah, Danny, really the last 200 metres, he really flew, didn't he?
Yeah, this is a pretty good horse, this one.
Yeah, he got right to the outside fence where the going was better, and you stopped the clock at 1 which was a very good run.
It's going to be lucky or unlucky. One way or the other, we got lucky,
Well, the thing was, you took the punt, and it worked out that way, didn't it?
Yeah.
And your only ride for the day, Dan?
That's it, John, yeah.
It was a lovely ride too. As Danny said, he hauled across the back and just found the rail.
Yes, well, we were actually trying to win the last race here today, the 1400 metres, and we were balloted out. And so plan B was run him in the 12, but he obviously gets back in the 12, and the outside seems the place to be, so we decided to ride him for luck, and he's done a great job.
He's got a flying finish, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a good horse. We think he's a pretty good horse, and we were trying to get an invitation to Hong Kong, and we needed to win the Hong Kong Jockey Club plate.
Well, Bart Cummings just has a monopoly on winning Melbourne Cups, but to win a race on Melbourne Cup Day must be a great thrill.
Feels like 10 Melbourne Cups.
Good on you, Cole. Well done. Colin Little, the winning trainer. Lord Matthew returning now. Fine ride by Danny Brereton. And the numbers there, 3, 21 and 15. We'll be back to Flemington with the correct weight signal. Melbourne Cup Day continues, 1996.